NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Cowboys season may now be over, but things are just starting to heat up for their defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports Quinn had a second interview with the Cardinals Tuesday night for their head coach opening. The Colts and Broncos also hope to talk with Quinn a second time about their top jobs. Another hot name on the coaching carousel is Ejiro Evero. The Broncos defensive coordinator will interview a second time for the Texans head coaching job today, and the Colts have requested a second interview as well. Giants offensive coordinator Mike Kafka, also one of the finalists for the Texans head coaching job, and will have a second interview with the team as well. Down in Carolina, the Panthers added a ninth candidate for their head coaching position after interviewing Cowboys OC Kellen Moore. And former Texans head coach Bill O'Brien is back in the NFL. He was named the Patriots' new offensive coordinator on Tuesday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Milk, eggs, $42. Ma'am, you okay?
Need bucks? With Jackson Hewitt, don't wait weeks for the IRS to send your tax refund. Come in now for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance loan when you file your taxes. That's up to $3,500 today. Don't let high prices get you down. When every dollar matters, it matters who does your taxes. So get to Jackson Hewitt today. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Phoenix area attorneys. 6730 North Scottsdale Road, Suite 230, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85253. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. And as a reminder to myself, it's a Wednesday, 25th day of January, 2023. It's about the only way I can keep track anymore. Let's see. We've got all sorts of things happening in the news. World and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. Weather's going to be pretty much the same for the next week or so. And just to give you a heads up on that.
So Good. We're going to have weather again.
We will have weather. Whether or not you want the weather, we've got weather.
Here it comes.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, we might want to call one of the Ashursts and get an update on something very interesting. Researchers at the University of Georgia have developed what's considered the world's first honeybee vaccine to fight a honeybee virus. You'd have to have a little bitty, tiny, teeny needle to inject but then you'd have to catch the bees, right?
Oh, there's so many things you'd have to do.
Yeah.
You'd say, I messed up. Even using that super duper magnifying glass, I gave the guy next to me the shot instead of the bee.
Yes. But hey, they solved the problem at the University of Georgia. The vaccine will be distributed through a sugary dough-like substance. Hey, forget the honeybees. I want to get some of that sugary dough-like substance myself. Hey, it's that's progress.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's a lot of dough.
Yeah, amazing what science is doing. Oh, well. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays. We better get some.
We have a few. Our big shot birthdays.
Okay.
Actor Lee Taylor Young is 78. Actor Dinah Manoff is 67. She was in the movie Grease. Actor Jennifer Lewis is 66. Actor Anna Ortiz, 52. Actor Mia Kirshner, 48. Actor Christine Lakin, 44. Alicia Keys is 43. She sings very well. Actor Michael Trevino is 38. Actor Olivia Edward is 16. And local birthdays coming up Reading is fun, and KXO has fun books to give away. These books are from the National Geographic Kids Series. Listen to AM 1230 and win a book for the kids. Just joking. 300 hilarious jokes about everything. Can't get enough space stuff, fun facts, and awesome information. It's a numbers game, football, the math behind football, and more. Weird but true. Incredible facts, awesome photos, and more. KXO AM 1230 will give away one of these books to lucky listeners who are the 10th caller at 760-352-1230. Listen for Marion the librarian to say,
"Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Thanks."
and be caller number 10 to win. That number again, 760-352-1230. Keep listening and win on KXO AM 1230. Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Lisbeth Murillo, Alex Tarin, Brianna Paradise, Cindy Gloria, Corina Ponce, Elvira Avendano, George Almashi, J.R. Estala, Jennifer Robertson, Andrew Penson, Judy Haskell, Katie Aoman, Chrissy Alvarado, Lisa Alvarado, Martin Hernandez, Olga Escobedo, Pancho Sestiaga, Juana Sepulveda, Rita Pietones, Sofia Duenas, Sylvia Verdugo, Tom Mixon, Zane Sherland, Mike Duran, Elvira Alcaraz, Patricia Coronado, Jared Sweet, and Prismas Sebreros. Happy birthday from KXO.
Yeah, you mentioned a name I hadn't heard in a while, and of course I know why. He no longer lives here. Tom Mixon.
Yeah, he moved back to Texas.
Texas, yeah, he got inoculated, and he had
bought a new hat, no doubt.
I'm sure, new hat, new belt, new shoes or boots. Yeah, but yeah, I'd like to see. I've talked to a few mutual friends we have that have visited with Tommy. I think he was out here just a while back. But,
okay. Well, first classified documents were found at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago house. Then classified files found at President Joe Biden's house in Delaware. Now, some classified documents have been found at the home of former Vice President Mike Pence. Apparently finding scattered classified documents about as easy as finding coupons in your local newspaper. They just seem to be all over, don't they?
Clipping coupons.
I guess. What can be so difficult? I mean, they've got staff that takes care of that, don't they?
To clip coupons, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big job. Somebody has to do it, though.
I suppose. Anyway, and we salute the El Centro City Council / El Centro Regional Medical Center Board of Trustees. The longer they say nothing, the more rumors that fly around. So I guess their whole idea is silence is golden.
Ah,
yes. Okay. If we don't talk about it, it never happened.
Well, it'll go away.
Yes.
That's what they say.
I think so. Are you ready for news?
I'm ready. We got some.
Okay, a look at world and California news headlines to begin with. All brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. Germany announced today it's sending tanks to Ukraine, and the Biden administration could follow suit. The president is scheduled to speak about the war at noon Eastern. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
For the U.S., this would mean sending M1 Abrams tanks, but they're difficult to maintain and fuel guzzlers and could take months or even years to deliver.
Temperatures expected to drop after a storm system that spawned more than a dozen reported tornadoes in eastern Texas. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen.
Very cold weather will now follow the intense weather that we've been seeing down in the south. And of course, that is troublesome because many people no longer have heat with power outages or may have lost portions of their homes. And we're going to have to deal with some very cold temperatures over the next couple of days.
West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin has unveiled a bill that would cut off tax credits for EVs that don't satisfy battery sourcing requirements in the Inflation Reduction Act. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Ryan. Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom seething over continued opposition to tighter gun control laws after those mass shooting incidents in the state over the past few days.
All those people on Fox Primetime. Really? Crime's your number one issue? You're not going to deal with the leading cause of crime, which is guns? And you still think people should have large capacity magazine clips and weapons of damn war? What frauds?
Vice President Harris will be in the state today, visiting the community of Monterey Park, where they had that shooting that claimed 11 lives on Saturday. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland expressing frustration at the ongoing gun violence.
The Justice Department is committed to doing everything in our power to protect our communities from the gun violence that is leaving no community in this country untouched.
A magnitude 4.2 earthquake shaking Southern California early this morning. No reports of serious damage or injuries. Struck about 2 a.m. Pacific time, centered mainly about 10 miles south of Malibu Beach. More dry conditions, slightly higher temperatures today. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. You've got a friend in the business. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
It's been tough talking to my doctor about constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I finally laid all my symptoms out there and how they keep coming back. She said I may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. We agreed it's time to try something different.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Visit a doctor in person or online. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors, quick lane tire and auto centers with 3 locations to serve you. El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, the active COVID-19 numbers are in. George Gale explains.
The numbers were updated Tuesday morning. Numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the updated numbers, there are now 163 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That's down from the 188 cases reported on Thursday. COVID-19 tier metrics for Imperial County indicate new cases per day per 100,000 at 10.70 with a positivity rate of 11%. Those are the latest numbers available. Fatalities attributed to the virus remain at 966. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
County of Imperial will host a roundtable discussion on health care. The Future of Healthcare of Imperial County Roundtable will be this Saturday, January the 28th at Imperial Valley College. The County of Imperial Board of Supervisors, Imperial Valley College, Imperial County Public Health Department, Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, and El Centro Regional Medical Center have been invited to participate. The roundtable event will be moderated by the Board of Supervisors Chair Ryan Kelly and the District 2 Supervisor Luis Blancarte, and will run from 10 a.m. until noon. More information available on the county website. KXO News Time, coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
The Salton Sea Authority board meeting is coming up just around the corner. As a matter of fact, George Gale has more.
It will be held tomorrow, Thursday. Meeting will be held at 10 a.m. in the County Board of Supervisors chambers at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. Meeting is open to the public and can be attended in person or via Zoom webinar. For Zoom information and to see the agenda, go to saltonsea.com/meetings. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Expo, we're encouraging you to plan ahead for the Pathway to Success Expo. It is coming up. You put it on your calendar. The Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with the Imperial Valley College. It will be held on the IVC campus. There will be workshops from 9 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., a free lunch, and a career fair with on-site job opportunities. The career fair is expected to have over 100 local job positions available. Register to go to the event website. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. I don't mean to rush you, but Valentine's Day will be here before you know it. Yes, the Peanut Patch is ready for you and your Valentine. The Peanut Patch in Yuma, a great place to visit. For that matter, they offer tours every Tuesday and Friday. The Peanut Patch in Yuma, homemade chocolates, fresh English toffee. How about pecan turtles made from scratch? You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. The Peanut Patch. Now, if you want to visit the Peanut Patch, schedule a tour. Find them on the World Wide Web at thepeanutpatch.com. You'll also get directions. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. They're going to make your Valentine shopping so much easier, and they're going to make your Valentine very, very happy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. And it's page 2 of the Local News with weather, all brought to you by Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Valley since 1991.
Continuing with more local news this morning, the County Public Works has released the news. George Gale has the story.
Knopfsinger Road and Flowing Wells Road, southwest of Nyland, will be affected. The closure is planned from the East Highline Canal to Union Pacific Railroad. That stretch will be closed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. beginning Friday, January 27th through February 10th. Closure is due to IID canal maintenance. Motorists are encouraged to use an alternate route. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A vehicle fire found near Inkapa. The fire was reported at close to 9:30 on Tuesday morning. Border Patrol agent found the vehicle on the westbound interstate east of Inkapa. The agent reported smoke coming from a Kia. County sheriffs and the California Highway Patrol responded. The deputies discovered the fire had been put out, but personal effects in the vehicle were smoldering. No injuries were reported, and the vehicle was towed from the scene. Well, a burglary suspect in custody after being found inside a Calexico store. Kxo police officers were conducting a crime suppression detail on Monday night. The detail was made up of regular on-duty shift supplemented by additional officers. While patrolling a Kxo shopping center, one of the officers noticed a shattered window to a business. The officer then realized that there was a man inside the store and a burglary was in progress. Just seconds later, the suspect came out through the shattered window carrying merchandise from the business. A brief foot chase resulted in the arrest of an 18-year-old Jesus Patino. Patino was also a person of interest in a burglary that occurred the day before. Patino was charged with several felonies and booked into Imperial County Jail. And a vehicle, that story's already been handled there. A free conference for parents, caregivers, educators, and service providers. George Gale explains.
It is the Imperial Valley Parent Conference, the theme Connecting Our Community. The conference is an opportunity to learn about services, resources, and connect with our other families, service providers, and community agencies. There will be informative workshops, resource activities, and more. Simultaneous language translation will be available. It is an all-day event this Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Imperial County Office of Education. It's free to attend, but you should RSVP. You can do that by going to the ICOE website. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says below normal temperatures will prevail through at least the next 7 days, with persistent cold mornings as low temperatures in the 30s continue through the end of the week. A passing weather disturbance will bring breezy to locally windy conditions across the region and especially through the Imperial and Yuma valleys. A disturbance early next week will likely bring another push of cold air and bring a chance of precipitation. 67 the high yesterday, 37 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 69. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north. Clear tonight with a low around 43. Northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 67. Breezy with a north wind about 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour at times. We have 41 degrees, 48% relative humidity, wind out of the west 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
Rising prices and supply chain issues are affecting every area of our lives. But here at Grocery Outlet, we are striving to bring you the amazing low prices you've come to expect. We've got great deals on all the staples, including meat and produce, frozen and dairy items. You can also save big on everyday needs, like health and beauty products and other household items. So stop by your local Grocery Outlet today and enjoy a one-stop shopping experience, all within your budget. Full plate, full wallet. You can't lose.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Well, LeBron shined, but the Lakers lost. Clippers dumped the Lakers 133-115. Lakers 22-26 on the season. Meanwhile, the Pacers over the Bulls, 116-110. Heat got by the Celtics, 98-95. Knicks edged the Cavaliers, 105-103. Nuggets, they just nipped the Pelicans, 99-98. Wizards slid by the Mavericks, 127-126. And the Suns hammered the Hornets, 128-97.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, 8-time Gold Glove third baseman Scott Rowland made it into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Rowland played 17 years in the major leagues with the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Blue Jays, and the Reds. Just missing Todd Helton. And, a number of other baseball players from the steroid era. Yeah, they didn't make it. I don't have a problem with that. So what's going on? Well, it seems as though, as one of the most vocal critics of the Live Golf Breakaway League, Rory McIlroy felt mentally drained at the end of last year and decided to put his clubs away for a few weeks. McIlroy was on the driving range at the Dubai Desert Classic, and he was approached by Patrick Reed, one of the high-profile players to have joined the Saudi-backed series. And, they preferred not to talk. We don't need to get along. Hey, NFL football action continues Sunday with an NFC championship game. The 49ers and the Eagles will have coverage starting at 11:30 Sunday morning. We'll follow that with the AFC Championship game, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's football action Sunday. The winners, they move on to the Super Bowl. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather. Well, it is all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security, they also offer live scan fingerprinting to the public. Big board showing red on early trading. The Dow off 423 points. The S&P 500 down 61. And the NASDAQ off 227 points. Gold down $2.60 an ounce. Oil up 75 cents a barrel. So what's driving the markets? Well, lots of things. Big tech earnings are here, and investors are hoping they don't wreck the good vibes on Wall Street. Markets are coming off one of their worst years in history, but have been positive in the first few weeks of this year. 3 tech giants are reporting earnings this week: Microsoft, Tesla, and Intel. Microsoft lost $737 billion in market value last year, the third largest decline of any company in the S&P 500. Last week, it announced it would lay off 10,000 employees. But investors cheered Microsoft yesterday after it confirmed that it's making a multi-billion-dollar investment in OpenAI. And Tesla will report earnings today after the bell. Shares of the company fell to a 52-week low over the past month. Meanwhile, Boeing reported a $650 million operating loss in the fourth quarter. That kind of surprised Wall Street analysts who had expected the aircraft giant to turn a profit. The company blamed the unexpected loss on abnormal production cost as it tried both to deliver the remaining backlog of 737 MAX jets and to step up deliveries of the 787 Dreamliners. The company's production of the 787 remains below normal rates. What's more, Boeing had to shell out an unspecified amount of compensation to 787 customers whose deliveries were delayed by about a year. We've got to look at the weather coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 69, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north. Clear tonight with a low around 43, northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday, sunny with a high near 67, north wind about 15 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. 42 degrees, 48% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Your border wait, 3 hours downtown, 20 minutes entry, an hour pedestrian. 35 to 40 minutes at the Eastport, 10 minutes entry, 20 minutes ready lane. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual.
I'm Steve Kathan. Ukraine wants tanks to battle Russian forces. The West is making plans to deliver, as we hear from CBS's Cammie McCormick.
For the U.S., this would mean sending M1 Abrams tanks, but they're difficult to maintain and fuel guzzlers and could take months or even years to deliver. The Germans say they will deliver their Leopard 2 tanks and allow other countries to do the same. Berlin hopes the promise of U.S. tanks will decrease any backlash it would face from Russia. Moscow calls it all a disastrous plan. The Ukrainians hope it will be a game changer in the war.
France is also considering sending tanks. At a strip mall in Deer Park, Texas, people saw cover when a tornado rolled through.
I was worried about the employees, especially Little Caesars. Thank God they all climbed inside of the walk-in freezer.
Ed Salazar, the owner of the heavily damaged property, no one was hurt. There is extensive destruction in an area east of Houston. Forecasters say Georgia, Florida, and the Carolinas could get severe weather today. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen says other states are in for snow.
Radar is showing snow that is falling across most of the northern Mississippi Valley on up into the Great Lakes now. So snow is falling from Kansas across through Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, into Michigan.
Police hunt for a motive in the shooting at a convenience store in Yakima, Washington. Chief Matthew Murray says after the attack, the 21-year-old man borrowed a phone and called his mother, then used the gun again.
The suspect apparently shot and killed himself, and that was prior to officers' arrival. There were officers who heard the shots that no one saw him actually do that.
Residents in Monterey Park, California, turned out last night for a vigil to honor the 11 people killed in last weekend's dance studio shooting.
We're still all in shock. The community is reeling, and we're all here to support each other and really help each other get through this really heartbreaking time.
A U.S. attorney says a federal investigation's been opened into Tyree Nichols' death after a violent arrest by Memphis police, and it, quote, may take some time. The 5 officers involved were fired. Well, CBS's Deborah Rodriguez this morning tells us about popular names for dogs last year.
When it comes to picking pet names, Luna, Bella, Max, and Milo are tops for dog owners. The American Kennel Club says for females in 2022, Daisy, Lucy, Willow, Penny, and Sadie were popular too. Among males, Cooper, Charlie, Teddy, Tucker, and Buddy were high on the list.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 359 points. The S&P is down 53. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Streaming only on Peacock. From the mind of Brian Johnson, the writer-director of Knives Out.
Miss Gale, you've got this gift. You've always known the truth.
I only know if something is a lie. The real trick of it is to figure out why.
Natasha Lyonne is Charlie Cale.
It wasn't an accident. I think there's been a murder.
You watch too much Dateline.
A new 10-part mystery series.
Wolves on my fender. I gotta keep moving. I have been kind of a death magnet.
Poker Face, streaming January 26th, only on Peacock.
Scientists have known for a while that dogs can be trained to sniff out cancer. Turns out ants may be even better at the job.
In a study published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B, a French researcher says he's successfully trained ants to detect breast cancer cells from urine samples. Baptiste Piqueret performed some of the experiments in his Paris apartment during lockdown using an ant species known for its excellent memory. The initial experiments were performed using breast cancer cells implanted in laboratory mice. The next step is to use human samples. If successful, cancer could someday be detected much earlier and without the need for invasive biopsies or blood tests. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Scott Rowland has been picked for baseball's Hall of Fame. Rowland played an often spectacular third base for 4 teams over 17 big league seasons, hitting more than 300 home runs and driving in nearly 1,300 runs. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
He's a radio announcer here, isn't he?
AM 1230.
Yeah, that's right. Have you heard his morning show, Wake Up with Phlegm?
KXO.